known as a turnaround principal. I have been accepted into the Harvard Graduate School of Education, where we've studied low-performing schools, sustaining our schools once they get out of low performing, so that you can be known as a school that was successful. But today what we're talking about in this time of pandemic, and also during the time that teachers are going through all types of stress simply because of the online learning. So let's look at what teachers are experiencing, and they are experiencing uncertainty. Now, for a lot of teachers who have been in the business for a while, they were told once the new school year started that they were going to have to do online instruction, which meant that they had to go and learn this new management system. They called it a LMS, a learning management system. They were just not familiar with that. Lots of times they get that training and they do like the old school, let's say bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. And then go on into the classroom and you can do it from there. But that's not the case. That has not been the case. So don't you understand why teachers are uncertain? Everywhere I go into the grocery store, I go to certain small places because of the corona and because of some underlying conditions that I have where I may be susceptible to the virus, but I still hear the same thing from teachers. They're just saying, I just don't know how much longer I can do this. And that is from those teachers who have been in the business for, maybe 10 years. You get some that are close to looking at retirement that just say, I just don't know how long I can do this. Or you see your brand new teachers and they say, well, I just didn't know it was going to be like this. Well, it is like this. It is like this. And nobody understands this more than the teacher that's in the classroom. So, but there's somebody who can help these teachers, and that's their campus principal. So what I'm going to say to campus principals, this is something that you need to know, that teachers are uncertain at this time. For those of you who don't know, principals are getting threatened by their teachers. They said, if I can't do this, then I'm going to quit, because they simply know that there is a shortage of teachers. And they're giving all types of ultimatums. They are using their sick leave or their any kind of special leave that they have just to not be in the classroom because they're frustrated. But I'm gonna tell you how we can get through this. And I don't simply mean just going through it tooth and nail and not understanding and not enjoying teaching. And that is principals need to ask teachers what they need. Now, beware of this, that principals can ask teachers what they need, but sometimes teachers are not going to tell them. Teachers will tell each other, but they won't tell the principal. Why is it that way? I suppose there's a trust issue. So what the principals can do, they can use other teachers, their lead teachers, their team leaders, their assistant principals, their instructional coach, to find out from the teachers just what is it that they need? What is it that the principal can do to help them? And I would say to principals, just ask them if there is one thing. There's one thing that you could help them to do. What is this one thing? And this is also a time too, because principals need to let teachers see that they are vulnerable. This is the time to let teachers know, and parents and the community know, that you made some mistakes in the beginning. We all made mistakes in the beginning. In the beginning, nobody understood the virus. They did not understand that. So they were just passing little drips and drips of information as they would find the information out. So be vulnerable to your teachers and tell them, I made some mistakes. I did make some mistakes. I didn't know how much latitude I had. And so now I'm asking you, I know what I can do. And I just need you to give me just one thing that you can do. So what will that do? What will that do? That will reassure teachers that you care about them. And once you reassure them, then there's something that we hear about in the education business, and it's called the vision, the mission, and the core values. Now, I know you have all heard that. If you have been a student in a building, if you've been a teacher, a parent, you always have heard about the vision and the mission. Well, let me tell you about that. That vision is a decision that the entire faculty has made as to why we're doing this. Why are we as teachers, administrators, why are we here? Why are we here? And the second is the mission. It's the what. It's the what. What are we doing? So, for example, why are we here? Your vision. Well, you may want to say that I'm here to help 100% of our children succeed. Okay, so what does that look like in the mission? Well, what are you going to do to make sure that 100% of the students succeed? So, you may say, well, what does that got to do with teachers experiencing uncertainty? Well, the uncertainty is not so bad when you understand why you're doing what you're doing, and everybody understands why they're doing what they're doing. Is the job going to be an easy job? Oh, heck no, it is not going to be easy. But you know what it will do? It will smooth things out. It will help you to understand that we are doing this to make our school a success story. That's why we're doing this. That you will go through the struggle. Teachers will go through the struggle. But you have to reassure them. And the third thing is core values. Now, you said core values. Dr. Polk, I haven't heard of core values before. Well, your core values are things like respect and caring. So you're going to have to decide as a campus, what is your interpretation? What is your definition of respect? What is your definition of caring? So that we can all be on the same accord. So that you don't have one teacher thinking respect is this, another teacher is thinking respect is that. We're going to be on the same accord. And the other core value is integrity. Integrity can be a core value. We can trust each other. We can believe in each other. We know that as team members, we're all on the same accord. And then you have the responsibility. So responsibility just simply means that if we are assigned a task to do, and it may be difficult, but it is our responsibility to get the job done. And the last is connectedness. And connectedness as a core value just simply means that we are an important part of the community. We're not just a school just out here in limbo doing these things all by ourselves. We are connected to the community. Our students, our parents, they just didn't drop out of the air. They're a part of the community. They're a part of industry. They're part of other resources that are in the community. So what does all of this have to do with your teachers experiencing uncertainty? It has everything to do with it. It gives teachers a purpose. It lets teachers know that we're all in this together, and we understand why we're doing this, and we understand who we are doing this for. And it gives us a sense of reassurance that you have a principal, you have administrators who are behind you. You have all agreed that this is our vision, this is our mission, and these are our core values. When teachers were given those learning management systems, nobody asked them, do you like this? Nobody asked them, what do you think about this? Nobody asked them, what do you think about moving kids here? And the other thing too is that teachers were not asked if they could be, pseudo health experts. Okay, they didn't ask that. All that just kind of happened to us. All of us now, we sit and we listen to the news, and we hear something new daily, and we just add that to our repertoire because we have to make decisions about our health and our family's health and the children's health that we're serving every day. We didn't ask our teachers, would you like to go online, or would you like to do face-to-face? That was a very, very complex decision that had to be made. So sure, our teachers are uncertain. Even if some of us have been in school for 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, there's still some uncertainty. But principals, teachers, parents, students, we're all in this together. And once we understand our vision, our mission, our core beliefs, then it's a little bit easier for us to understand what we're going through. So my challenge to you today is, let's plan to tell our story of our success next school year. Let's talk about how we turned our school into a success story. And then we can take all the things that we've learned, all of the experiences of uncertainty, and then we can put that all together and understand why we are doing what we're doing. And when we can do that, then our job will have been done. So, take your time, understand your vision, your mission, your core values, and you'll see that the experiencing of the uncertainty from our teachers will not go away, but it will make things understandable. All right, we'll see you next time.